and welcome to Verde at Home. Today's video is all about watering your plants. Now, the one thing that's important to note is that most plants, except our plants, take up the water through their roots. So misting isn't an adequate way to make sure that your plant is watered. You want to make sure that you're thoroughly saturating the soil so that the roots can take up the water into the leaves. The next thing to note is you need to make sure that your plant needs water before you water it. The number one way that people kill their plants is by overwatering. So how do you know if your plant needs water? Feeling the soil is the best way that you can tell if your plant needs water. Now, you can feel the topsoil and it will feel dry, but you have to make sure that you're getting underneath the topsoil because the topsoil will be the first to dry out. So you do want to make sure it feels dry 1 to 2 inches, even 3 inches, depending on what kind of plant it is, below the topsoil. So this plant here is quite dry, and I'll just take it out of the pot and show you that it's a very, very dry root system. So now, we know the plant needs water, so I'll show you how to water it. This plant has drainage in the bottom, there are holes, so how you water a plant with drainage will be different than how you water a plant without drainage. So when a plant has drainage, you want to pour several cups of water into the plant to completely saturate the root system. So I'll just go ahead and pour water all around the soil. You don't want to pour in one place, so you want to make sure that you're pouring all the way around so that all the roots get water. So I'll just keep pouring a couple cups. You can see that there's quite a bit of water coming through the bottom of the pot. And now you think there's so much water coming out that we're probably done. So I'll just remove the plant from the pot again and show you what the root ball looks like now. So you can see it's wet on one side and then there are some dry patches still. So you can pour lots and lots of water through the root system, but there still might be some dry patches. So what I like to do is just leave the plant to sit in a couple inches of water for 5 to 10 minutes just so it can soak up all the remaining water that it needs. It's very important to saturate the entire root system when you're watering your plant. If you're just giving it a teaspoon, a quarter cup of water, then you're not getting all the roots. And if you're not getting all the roots, you will see signs of underwatering. So really make sure you're giving your plant a good drink, just like you want to give yourself. So I'm just going to leave this off to the side, and then in a few minutes we'll check back and see what that root system looks like. The next kind of pot that we have is one without drainage. So this one doesn't have a hole in the bottom. So here at Verde, we did a couple tests to see how much water is a good amount of water for each size of pot. So we took really dry plants, different size pots, and tested different amounts to see how much would saturate, how much would oversaturate, how much would undersaturate. So we found that for a 4-inch diameter pot, about a cup of water is a good amount to saturate. Very important when you have a pot that doesn't have drainage that you feel the soil underneath a couple inches down because it'll dry out faster on the top than it will on the bottom, and you really want to make sure that you're not overwatering your plant. You can save an underwatered plant more easily than you can save an overwatered plant. So for this one, 4 inches, about a cup of water. For something 6 inches, here this one doesn't have a hole in the bottom as well, we recommend about 3 cups of water. You can also look at the signs that your plant is giving you if it needs water. So shriveling leaves in a succulent is a really good indicator that your plant is thirsty. Or brown and crispy leaves on a tropical plant that sometimes means not enough water, or yellowing leaves means too much water. So really looking at how your plant is reacting is a great indicator as well. Now we'll just check back with our succulent. It's been a few minutes, and just see that it is much more saturated now. You can also tell by the weight of your plant if it's absorbed a lot of water or not. So getting used to how your plant feels and being really connected with your plant, I think is important in the watering process. So thanks so much for tuning in today, and if you have any questions or videos that you want to see, just leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.